This is the first time ever, Ricky, that we have had Nicola Sturgeon on the show with your Saturday night in the mix. Go on, talk through what you put together there at 2:00 this morning, was it?
Yeah. So I'd had a little think of what we could throw in there. I wanted to play the DJ Sacken and Friends tune, "Protect Your Mind," and I thought, people used to put the Braveheart speech in the middle of it because of the song, and then years ago I put Billy Connolly over it, but it was a bit rude, so I can't have that for radio. So I thought, I'll have a search around, what can I think that's current, and Nicola Sturgeon is probably the most current Scottish thing out there. Or Scottish footballers supporting Italians, that's probably the big thing for that. But we'll leave that alone, and the England thing in the past. But so in the mix we had samples from The Orb, Little Fluffy Clouds, Wire Tracks, Mysteryland, Rank One Airwave in there. System F cry vocals, Nicola Sturgeon, she's in there. Yamanda, synth and strings. Motorcycle as the rush comes. Eat Sleep Rave Repeats in there. Some Kathy Brown and some Soul Searcher as well. So just a load of things thrown in there in the mix. So
we kind of have like a bit of everything in there. And actually we've had a text in from Duran715 when we were just talking about Nicola Sturgeon there, to say he loved that though, totally out of the blue.
It is totally very good, and it's very current because the date she's talking about is actually tomorrow. So,
right, okay.
That's how current it is.
So you really did have your brain in gear at 2:00 in the morning. How do you manage that?
Oh, I don't know. Some people are just more creative at night.
And you're one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them, yeah.
Okay, well, I've got a bit of a request for you because we've been talking off air about some of the really big tracks out there for when we were kind of out and about and, going clubbing, which is kind of like the early noughties. And we've named quite a few tracks, some cheesier than others, like DJ Alligator and Blow Your Whistle. Yeah. But the track that I have been finding really, really difficult to get hold of at the moment is DD and Forever.
Yeah. So I've got about 15 different versions of that. So, but I'll obviously, next time I'm up, I'll put that in the mix. The one people will know. Yes,
definitely. And make sure it's there. Otherwise, I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that would sort of be like a retro Studebaker's Breeze mix, because that was the whole era of and the sound with Degsy as a resident on a Thursday night there, myself in there on Fridays, and we could do a mix for around that period.
Yeah, and I'm kind of I'm trying to remember exactly when, but I think about 2002-ish. It was around about the time when I was at college.
Yeah.
So we're looking at somewhere between sort of 2001, 2003, that era.
Yeah. Yeah, like I personally have never played, or have I played DJ Alligator? I don't think I'll ever admit to that if I have. I don't think I have. I have played Eiffel 65 Blue once. And
we play that quite a lot here on the show.
I played that for someone's 18th birthday because they requested it, and I frisbeed the vinyl into a wall straight after it.
Is that someone's 18th birthday back in the day rather than an 18th birthday now? Because they
will be 39 now.
Okay.
So, but they did request that song, and I'm not going to mention their name because they probably think, "Oh, did I really request that song?" But they did. I had to go out and buy it on vinyl. But it was a bit of a cool DJ thing to do, to just smash the vinyl, just to prove that I didn't like it.
And I think as well with those sort of cheesy tracks, we always say the cheesy 80s, don't we? But actually, when you start thinking about cheesy tracks, there's a fair few around for the 90s and the early noughties.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's plenty from all decades. Now I can't say, I don't know the 60s and the 70s too well, but your likes of Peter Dunn and your DJs, that I'm sure they could list off a load of stuff that wasn't very cool to play in those days. But I can, I'm sure I've got a back catalogue of all sorts of dreadful stuff in my collection. But
DD and Forever was a big hit.
Oh, it was big. Also, it was massive.
It wasn't really a cheesy one, was it? It was just, massive.
It was good. Well, we used to play the remixes of it because they were a bit more tougher and they suited the sound of the club nights we were doing, so they were a bit more credible, rather than just playing the sort of radio edit versions. But for radio, they're great.
And I think I downloaded that track on Napster. Well,
can you admit?
Yeah, well, it was legal at the time, wasn't it? We all did it.
I don't think it was.
But yes, now it's like we don't have a Napster anymore. We have iTunes, of course, and Spotify, and all those sorts of things. So, Ricky, while you're still here, you are off to the courthouse a bit later on.
Yeah.
So, give us all those details again.
Yeah. So I'm going to be there about 10:30, 11. I should check what time. I think Bisky Breach are on before me. So if they want to go on a little bit longer, then I think it'll be 11 o'clock start. But it's normally around 10:30 for me. So yeah, I'm down there and I'm there through till the early hours.
Okay, great. And just before you go, give another couple of mentions to the 2 gigs we were talking about earlier on. So you got the one at the end of the month with Degsy.
Yeah, Degsy and Tucky, they've got their This Is House anthems. That's at the courthouse at the end of this month. So that's the 31st on the Saturday. And I'm playing alongside Neil Cowie and Jason Thomas for the Cream resident Paul Bleasdale, who's going to be appearing at 1886 on the 7th of August. So again, it's going to be one of them sort of boxes ticked for me to play alongside someone like that. So
is he like one of your idols? Is he?
Do you know I've got idols from various different, like Carl Cox. I've played alongside him. So Judge Jules. There was a load of names that I've got a tick box next to. But Paul Bleasdale, he's like, you ask any resident DJ across the land, who is the ultimate resident DJ for a brand name, and they'll all say Paul Bleasdale. So that is a box ticked. So I think after him, I've only got Armin van Buren and Paul van Dijk to tick.
Right, okay.
So if someone could get them to the island,
well,
that'd be
talking
nice.
about Paul van Dijk, we're going to be playing him before 9 o'clock.
Good.
Yes.
Tune for an angel.
Tell Me Why.
Tell Me Why, yeah.
Yes.
Another good one. Avenue's another good one too.
Well, I tell you, that's a challenge for you, isn't it? Trying to get him to the Isle of Man.
I'd love to, but it would take someone with a lot more money than me, and it would probably have to be a TT week thing, I think.
Yes, yeah. Well, hopefully we're going to have one of those next year, and it should be massive.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you ever so much for coming up this evening, Ricky. We'll see you, no doubt, in about a month or so's time. Also, still in the studio, we've got work experience, Freddie. So, Freddie, has Ricky been giving you tips on what to do, to get yourself onto the DJ scene?
Yeah. Very good. Still thinking about it, to be fair, as I was saying off air. Maybe next couple, I was going to say months, probably years, to be fair. Just see how it goes, really, to be honest.
Well, you have got, 6 weeks until you go back for sixth form?
Yeah, I've still got a good amount of time, to be fair, speaking about
Do you know where I first cut my teeth is I left school to go train as an electrician. I didn't stay on for sixth form. But myself and another friend, we used to do the sixth form parties at the Groudle.
Oh, right.
So they were our first proper, cool club nights. So yeah, that's how we did. So you maybe get in that way, get yourself some kit and just say, I'm here. I'll do your nights for you, because sixth formers like to be social, don't they?
Yes.